going down to San Diego around July 31st. That's where I found something evil. That's where I found something cursed. Let's go! I thought I saw fucking Yoda. I thought I saw...
Hi, this is Lawrence Frontera, also known as a punk with toys on Instagram, and today I'm going to go over something different than G.I. Joe or Mode 2 or anything else that I've recently done, and that is the Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn Ash figure. I do believe this is a re-release, as if I look online, it looks like the color is a little different. So anyway, here is our box. Evil Dead. I always thought the cover for Evil Dead was actually kind of hilarious because there's absolutely nothing to do with any type of skull with eyes in the movie. Dead by Dawn, I don't even remember that being the name. I should remember it being called Evil Dead 2, which is pretty much a remake of Evil Dead 1. If you know anything about it, then you obviously know enough about that movie. So anyway, this is our box. It's a NECA figure. This is the first NECA review I'm going to do. I've actually only messed around with one other NECA, and I'll be doing that one after this. Here we have our cabin. Our NECA. Let's see here. Evil Dead. I love the way their boxes do open. And here you have a nice picture of what he looks like holding his axe. And they do a great job of recreating the cabin scene, even with the crazy deer. You got your mirror and different things like that. Usually he would be in the box, but I already have him open. And then you have the back, which they do, once again, a great job of recreating famous scenes. Him holding the shotgun after he cuts off his arm, him being possessed. Linda, I do believe right before she bites his hand and infects it. Him looking in the mirror, and then this, if I remember correctly, is right before the hand went crazy. Got blood all over him. So there's our box. Again, nice box. Again, it tells you a little bit about it. After a relaxing cabin vacation doesn't go as planned, Ash is left with 3 dead friends, an undead girlfriend, and an angry evil spirit on the loose. As nightfall approaches, Ash must prepare to again battle the legions of the damned if he wants to make it to dawn. Which I do believe you'd hear, Dead by Dawn, Dead by Dawn. Anyway, if you haven't seen this movie, go out and watch it. And then after you watch it, watch Army of Darkness. Give me an Army of Darkness figure. I don't think they've made one. I want Army of Darkness because to me, it's even better than Evil Dead. So, anyway, there's our box. Not too much more to it. Again, you look at it, it's really nice. I do like their boxes. I like the window if you don't want to open up your figures, but again, plastic needs to breathe. These bad boys went out. All right, there you go. There's our box. And then we have our Ash figure. And I am going to take a quick look at him, and I'm going to compare him to Ash from Evil Dead, or Ash versus Evil Dead. And then I'll do later on a review of that figure. So here's our figure. He's got his axe. He's standing pretty nicely. He's got a shotgun. He's got an alternate head of when he changes into a zombie. We've got Linda's head after he had to cut it off and she's been possessed. We have the tape recorder that you should never just press play. You're somewhere, you don't know what this is, don't ever play. And let's see here, we have the Necronomicon. Honestly, this book is amazing. his cut off arm, where he's bandaged it up best as he could. His possessed hand, this one does not connect. This is when it's running around going crazy. And again, if you've seen the movie, probably while you're watching this, then he does have another hand that goes with it. This one does connect, and quickly looking, you can see the bite mark that Linda left. So this is right as it's about to get possessed. You can kind of see the fingernails right there. So anyway, let's take a look at this figure really quick. I'm going to compare him to the other one before I do the review of Ash vs. Evil Dead, and you guys can decide. It was $30. He's at Target right now. I ordered him online, but I've seen him at one of the Targets here in Michigan. But I did order him online actually on Thursday, and I already got him on Saturday. So let's take a look at this bad boy. All right, so here we are. Take a quick look at this figure. Again, the box, wonderful artwork, and this crazy skull that, once again, like I said, has absolutely nothing to do with the movie at all. I do like the cabin. I do like the way NECA does some stuff, but this is really the first look at a NECA figure for me. And again, you look at these, they do a really good job of really making it look like it came right out of the movie. So the figure, and the only reason why I kind of compare the two is you can clearly see the size. They're pretty much the exact same. This is a much older Ash, Bruce Campbell, which I think they've done a good job making him look not as fit as he once was. But the reason why I wanted to show you the two is that when you look at the face sculpt, I think the face paint, at least the coloring, looks better on Evil Dead Ash. But Ash vs. Evil Dead, the older version, as much as I don't really care for the paint app, I think the sculpt of his face looks much, much better. I don't think Bruce Campbell has really changed all that much. And again, clearly you can tell that is Bruce Campbell. But when you look at this figure, and just look at the face and the way the face does look, and that goes for his other heads that he has, I just think they did a better job in the Ash vs. Evil Dead, making it look like his actual face. So, quickly, let's look at everything else. Here's a shotgun, and to take a look at it, they did a pretty good job of making sure it's pretty close. You can obviously see one has silver. Now, they may have changed it in the movie, who knows. Remember, this bad boy is made in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Shop Smart, Shop S-Smart. So I think they do a pretty good job of, when they sawed it off, keeping it pretty close. There's only a few little bit difference, but clearly you can see it's a different design. All right, so you have his double barrel shotgun. You have his recorder, which I think is a nice touch to everything, because now if you want to do a display and you have a cabin that you can make, you can put this on here. Just make sure it doesn't play, because we don't need any dead nights coming out. And a little pizza box plastic piece. That's wonderful. Here's your Necronomicon again. He's upside down. All right, so that's definitely nice to have. Linda's head, his possessed deadite head. All right, blood all over it. He does come with his possessed hand. Again, this one does not go on. And then you have his being possessed hand before he chops it off, and you can see that connects on. And then you have the arm, if you want to use that. After it cuts it off, this piece doesn't come off, the arm just pops off. So, I will say this, with the NECA figures, I did find out, I was told by someone, if you remove stuff, you need to definitely heat it up in hot water. Some people have told me you can use a blow dryer, and I guess that's fine. I just find hot water to be a little bit easier. Sit for about 30 seconds, 60 seconds, should pop right on. So he actually moved pretty well. I do like some of the stuff, being the first time really having any NECA, is that it's not a soft good, but they definitely make the shirt feel, it's soft, so it actually looks like it's cushioned when it moves. They do the same with him in the back and on the top. I'll show that later. But you go down with the legs, and you remember he ripped up his, his pants. He does have ankle rockers, not the greatest, but it's not bad. Again, both these figures, I don't know, it almost seems like their crotch is backwards, although it's not, but maybe that's how you would look in real life. But this is a soft good here. This one's not, this one's hard. So you can actually move his legs up, and you'll see that the crotch here, it does move with it. So that is actually kind of nice. Ash vs. Evil Dead, he can't do that. But again, there's really not too much. He's got his axe before it cuts off his hand. They don't have double joints, so you can pretty much only display them to a certain point. His one does stand pretty nicely without having any type of stand, or pegs to make him stand. But I will say this, the crouch here, it just seems kind of weird. Like maybe, I'm not sure why, but on both figures, this one actually looks, I'll get into him later. I keep pointing back to him. But, they can move their knees a little bit to get them into a specific pose. If you want to sit them down on a seat, chair, it's going to be a little bit harder. I do believe there's another Ash coming out, it looks like, from NECA. Maybe he'll have more posability, but this is, again, I do believe a re-release. I know they said it was a re-release, but I think the box is a little bit different. So depending on if it is, how much of a fan you are of Evil Dead or horror that you feel you need to go out and get it. So you have every version. I used to be that guy with G.I. Joe, Star Wars, not so much anymore. So you have his axe. Again, I think NECA does a really good job with the way some of their figures look. This guy looks pretty good. Again, it is a younger version of Ash, Bruce Campbell. I don't think it looks so much like him as much as the other figure. So, here I have his regular hand. I would pop it off, but again, it is a pain to get back on. The arm, on the other hand, actually pops off fairly easily. This thing, it does, so you can stand up here. It does pop off fairly easily. And just go right back at it. Didn't need to warm that up. But the hand here, you're definitely going to have to warm up because the peg that holds the hand on, and again, you only get so much wiggle room on these. All right, again, I'd say I'm a little disappointed in it. There's no doubt about that. For being a $30 figure, I think you actually get better posability in like the Marvel figures, but this is a 7-inch figure, and you do get more accessories with NECA. But the arm pops on, and when you get him into whatever pose you want, he's actually going to be kind of cool because, again, these aren't toys to be played with. These are actually small, little, posable statues. So, there you go. That's the look at our Evil Dead, Dead by Dawn Ash. So, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Alright, so there you have it. There's your Ash. It's a NECA figure. I'm sure anyone that's into toys knows who NECA is. I do think NECA makes some nice looking figures. This is only the second one that I've actually had in hand that I've got to mess with, but I was told before I even got one to make sure you heat them up before you start moving the joints around. I didn't have to do that, but then again, it's 80 degrees right now. I opened him up out of the box when he was delivered, But I do, anytime I move my figures, I take my time. If it feels like they are not going to bend, heat them up in water. Again, 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Once the joint is cracked a little bit, you'll be fine. You really won't have a problem unless if they sit for too long, in my opinion. Again, he comes with his shotgun. You know what, here, let me throw the other arm on. You can kind of see, should have done this in the first place here. You know, nothing really moves too much, but here you have him with his bandaged up. So you got his axe, so if you want to make a scene where he's cutting off his hand, I'm sure you could. I actually haven't popped a shotgun in, but let's try it here. So you get a shotgun in his hand. If you remember, he kind of just sets it over on it because he can't do too much more than that. So, sorry about that. There are some things about the NECA that I think they leave a lot to be desired. But all in all, if you're an Evil Dead fan, an Army of Darkness fan, or just a horror film fan, nice looking figures. If you're a NECA fan, 7-inch fan, it's actually a pretty good looking figure. He doesn't look bad. Again, he doesn't look exactly like Bruce Campbell, but some of the NECA figures look dead on. Other ones, not so much, but he does look nice. So there you go. If you like the review, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Again, you want to follow me on Instagram. There's a Punk with Toys. I do all my toys there. I post almost everything that I get. Don't see anything other than toys there, or anything that has to do with that type of industry. So anyway, you guys go out, have a wonderful night. I'm going to wrap this up, and then I'm going to review our Ash vs. Evil Dead. And I'll tell you what, if you watch the Ash vs. Evil Dead review, you're going to go, why are you telling me you're going to do that? You already did it. You're like Spaceballs. You were in the future, but now you're in the past. What can I say?